fall season provides a special birdwatching opportunity because hawks, eagles, and falcons migrate in large numbers past local hotspots scattered throughout North America. To learn something about how to identify raptors at a distance, I'll be meeting with Pete Dunn, director of Cape May Bird Observatory and author of numerous books and magazine articles about birdwatching.
We're here at Cape May, New Jersey, southernmost point in New Jersey. I'm here with the world's best-known bird watcher, Pete Dunn.
My wife will tell you it's no great shakes.
Pete has authored numerous books, two in particular, Hawks in Flight, Wind Masters, apply to the situation here in Cape May when hawks are migrating over. And what's so special about this place is that the birds that are coming south in the fall are basically funneled down this little peninsula to the tip, and folks come from all over to take a peek at some of the raptors that are migrating over. Peregrine going below to the right. Ooh.
No Harrier coming at us with the lazy looping wing beats.
No, he's shooting to the left pretty fast, it looked like. Yeah,
all right,
now he's stopped and coming, sort of starting to come toward us.
That's Peregrine now?
No, that's the Harrier. No.
Okay.
Oh, there, there's Peregrine, just went under him.
Peregrine.
Yeah, okay.
And then there are three ospreys, and a sharp-shinned, and another sharp-shinned on wing beat. Hawk watching is a matter of simplification. I mean, that's really all it is. You got a finite number of pegs, you got a finite number of holes. You know, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to stick the right peg in the right hole. You know, every time you look at a hawk, you don't go, which one of North America's 8,000 birds is that? No, I mean, you're here in Cape May, you know what the probability is. You look at a bird and you go, all right, you know, the first division is it an accipiter? Is it a buteo? Is it a falcon? And buteos are great big clipper ships of the sky. You know, a lot of sail, they're really big, they're really obvious. Accipiters are kind of lanky. They could be like basketball players. I mean, they're just kind of like long-winged, long-tailed. And falcons have actually pretty much the same proportions. I mean, some of the books say that falcons have short tails. No, they don't. They got very long tails. But the length of the wing masks that. You know, and when you put those things up in the ozone, then these two forces, long tail and long wing, play against each other, and it makes the tail appear short. But nevertheless, the wings on a falcon are very, very pointed.
Right.
And so those are the three main divisions. So if it doesn't fit into any of those, well, then you go, all right, now what?
Way out.
Yeah, looks like a first-year bald eagle. Eagles, big black bird, very obvious. Actually, it's just size and the darkness of the bird projects itself across tremendous distances. So if it's an eagle or it's a vulture, I mean, that's patently obvious. If it's very, very long-winged and very, very long-tailed, but it doesn't seem to be a Cooper's hawk, or it doesn't seem to be a falcon, you know, and you're puzzled and you're scratching your head, well, then what you might want to think is Harrier, because Harrier can actually have characteristics of both.
Right. This osprey over here has a, where did he go?
Low.
Oh, there he is. Look at the size of that fish.
Got another good-sized one. And that is head first.
Yeah.
That is classic osprey.
They always carry the fish head first.
Osprey is certainly a bird that's very, very obvious, and actually in the immortal words of Harry Elwood LeGrand, one of our former counters, if it's a hawk that looks like a gull, and it's not, then it's an osprey.
Probably an osprey.
Yeah, right. Very simple.
Is that a red-tailed hawk on top?
Got a red tail above and Cooper's hawk below.
Okay, so the Coopers I can see the big tail sticking out. I can even see that it's rounded in this case. The head's pulled pretty far out in front of the wings.
Yeah, they actually look like flying crucifixes. And at that altitude, if it was a sharp-shinned hawk, you wouldn't see the head at all, because it's really just, we're looking at it as not individual field marks, we're looking at the sum of its parts.
Yeah, just the gestalt
And so
thing.
just looking at that, you can see that it has sort of a crucifix shape. And if it was a sharp-shin, it would look like a flying mallet. You wouldn't see head at all, you just have broad wings, tail. No, and of course, the first thing I get on is an accipiter.
I see it. Turning to the left, that's what they're looking at. Yeah. Peregrine falcon. You know, one thing that strikes me is the diversity of sizes and shapes of these things going over, and they seem to fit into these nice categories of buteo-like and accipiter-like and falcon-like. What hits you when you think about sizes and shapes of these critters?
Evolution and diversity. I mean, all of these things are molded by various forces. Prey gets molded, predator gets molded too. And one of the things that fascinates me most about birds of prey is the extraordinary diversity within this group of predators. I mean, they're all specialized in different ways to do different things. And the falcons are sort of masters of the one-on-one shootout in, you know, just like they'd be the classic American standing there in the middle of the street, you know, ready to draw.
And taking, by and large,
one in open areas. I mean, that's what they want.
taking a bird out of the air for the most part.
Accipiters are bushwhackers. You know, they like to stay in the brush. They like cover. They use cover to their advantage. They're extremely maneuverable. And then you've got things like the buteos, which are sort of, you know, many of them are just sort of like clipper ships of the air. They're big and they're broad wings, you know, and they're specialized to hunt in open areas like the red-tailed hawk, like the Swainson's hawk. You know, but then you got, actually buteos are almost like a group within themselves, versatile, because then you have buteos like the red-shouldered hawk. That's a forest hunting buteo, and broad-winged hawk is a forest hunting buteo. They're all versatile, and that way they're not competing with each other.
So we've got hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of raptors flying through here. Are they all heading to the same place, or are there general categories of where are these falcons and accipiters and hawks going?
Well, just as they don't all go through all at once. I mean, it takes them about 3 months to all pour through here, because otherwise, you know, if they all came through on the same day, we just have gridlock. They're all going to have to spread out on territory. Some of them, some of these peregrine falcons might be going all the way down to Argentina. Merlins might be wintering into the Caribbean. Most of these sharp-shinned hawks, Cooper's hawks, can distribute themselves over the southern states. There's kind of a randomness to it. Most of these are young birds. They've never done this before. They could go almost anywhere, and
They do.
banding studies, most of them do. Some of them actually even come down to this point and turn around and go back again. They just go, well, that was a mistake. You know?
Amazing.
Really never should have gone down there. And there are returns from red-tailed hawks and sharp-shinned hawks from birds that actually winter farther north.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. That's really neat.